Edition of Business Ambassadors. I'm Jackie Bell with the Primrose School of Noblesville, and I'm your host today for this segment. And I'm happy to introduce to you Shannon Loomis, my guest today, and she owns Kiln Creations. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yep, we're excited to have you, and I'm excited to hear about your shop that's downtown Noblesville. And if you want to, can you kind of let us know how you came to own Kiln Creations and join us here in Noblesville? And I know we're celebrating 10 years here in Noblesville.
Yes,
so tell us a little bit about yourself and how this came to be.
Yeah. Well, it's been 10 years. February 1st of 2006 is when I know, crazy, is when I opened the studio in Noblesville. And previously I had a studio in Broad Ripple, so Noblesville was my second location. And I have since don't have the Broad Ripple one anymore, but Noblesville is celebrating 10 years. And I originally got into Paint Your Own Pottery Studio. I had a corporate job and I was just like, oh, I don't know if I could do this the rest of my life, and I was sort of evaluating options, and I came across Paint Your Own Pottery. I had done it as a customer many times, and I thought, wow, that'd be a really fun business to own. And I started looking into it, and sure enough, then Kiln Creations was born.
Did you live in Noblesville at the time, or did you
find No, I actually was living in Cincinnati at the time, and I moved to Indianapolis to start Kiln Creations in Broad Ripple.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that was in 2001, so I've been doing it a long time.
Okay.
I know, it makes me feel old.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we're not old. Time flies, but we just stay nice and young. So it's nice to be that way. Okay, so, and you are located, we talked about being in Noblesville, but actually on the square.
Yep, I'm on the east side of the square, right across from the old courthouse. So,
okay. Yep, and new storefront and kind of a new look from a couple years ago or a year ago?
Yeah, that's been, almost 2 years. I used the city facade grant and I redid the front of the building, so they helped out a little bit with it. So
nice.
Yeah, it was a big change. So we added about 150 square feet, so we have more room inside, and of course the front looks a lot nicer and will hold up a lot longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain to me. So it's paint your own pottery. So if I want to paint my own pottery, what does that look like? So when I come into your store, can I just walk in?
Yep.
Okay.
We just do walk-ins. Anytime we're open, you can just walk in. We have a whole wall of pottery that you can pick from, like vases and mugs and picture frames and plates and little kid banks and figurines and all sorts of stuff you can pick from. Probably over about 300 items that you can choose from. So you just come in, pick out your piece that you want to paint. There's a lot of people that have been there before, so we just let them get started. If you haven't been there before and you're new to it, we run you through sort of like I call it a spiel, but sort of instructions about what to do, what not to do, and help get you started with the process. And then you sit at the table and paint your piece for however long you want to. I usually tell people who haven't been there before to allow like an hour or two in the studio.
Okay, that was one of my questions. Was how long would that take?
Yep. So you paint, and then you leave your piece with us, and then it's ready to pick up in a week. So we need to glaze and fire everything, and you pick it up a week later.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so do you tend to have more children? Do you have adults? Just a mix of adults and children?
Yeah, it's a mix. So we do, children's birthday parties, and we do kids' night, like on Friday night, and stuff like that. But we like this Thursday we have ladies' night, so we do adult events as well. So and it's a good mix. We find that families come in on Sunday. We do family days, so a lot of people will come in with the intent that the kids will paint, but then the parents are like, oh, this is fun.
I could go ahead and join in too.
So it's really for all ages and all abilities. Nobody has to be an artist or have any kind of
So do you give
background.
Suggestions, because I'm not very good artist? So do you have examples and things?
Yes.
Okay.
All over the studio we have tons of examples, but we also have stencils and stamps, and all sorts of design, like masking tape you could make stuff. pieces in the studio. The kids love this. So, and this would be super easy to make.
Yeah.
Yellow, black rim, and then this is just a separate piece that we've added on. I don't know if you can see it.
So-
It's sort of three-dimensional.
Okay.
But this is a separate piece. And the
And
kids
you can
love
add,
this
you'll
one.
add that on then.
Mhm, Yep,
Okay.
yep. So it's a good little chip and dip snack plate for kiddos. And they
Love
love it. This is probably,
Yes,
I mean,
my
you know
kids
how
are-
many popular
Yeah, Primrose would love that. We have,
I
we have a
know.
lot of minions.
Minions,
running
yeah,
around,
yeah.
So.
And then this is just a Easter egg plate that we sort of
Very
did.
cute.
Very,
Very
easy
seasonal.
to do. I mean, these are just solid colors and little
Perfect.
designs. So
Mhm.
because Easter's coming up. And then this is great for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter spring.
Grandparents.
Yep, handprints.
Yeah.
So we do lots of handprints in the studio.
Yep.
You know.
And parents love that.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Anything that they can have a memory.
Yep, yep. So this was just the handprints, and then they decorated around a little bit just to make it. And I think this would make a good Mother's Day or
Right.
grandma gift or whatever. So
Very good. Now, I know with Primrose, we've had you guys come in and we call them in-house field trips. So a lot of our children can't go out on field trips because they're too young.
Yep.
They can't ride the bus or anything like that. So you guys came in and they actually created little, you call them pinch pots.
yeah, like a little clay.
So do you, and
yeah.
you offer that then for
Mhm.
to go out and
Yeah, all year round we do field trips for kids, you know, whatever, school or preschool or daycare or whatever. So we do them all year round, but probably summer with the summer programs is
Okay.
the most popular time. But yeah, we can either have the kids, we hold about 40 probably kids comfortably,
Okay.
so that you can either come to the studio or we sometimes bring the field trip. Like I think we went to
We
Primrose
did
when
that.
it's a large number of kids
right.
and they're little and can't travel. We bring
And
the
they're
field
awesome. I
trips.
know my director still has hers sitting that her son made sitting next to
Yeah,
on her desk.
the kids
next to
love
the
it, yeah.
computer. So she's very proud of that. That her child could create that. So okay,
Yeah.
and then we have spring break coming up.
That's
so,
right, yes,
So
yeah.
think about that as far as things for your children to do and or
Yeah,
you to
we
get
will be
out and do
open.
some fun things with your children.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, it's a great family activity, just a great time to spend quality time
And
together with
I think you
family.
mentioned to me too that if you have a bit larger group that they can
Yeah, so we
have
just do
reservations?
walk-ins. Unless you have a group of 6 or more, then we take reservations. So you can call the studio and get reservations if you have a group of 6 or more.
Okay,
So
okay.
otherwise, we just do walk-ins, and it's usually pretty okay with walk-ins.
Good.
yeah.
Okay. How about mosaics? I was looking at your website before I came in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Do you do anything very much with that, or is it
We
mainly
do.
just the pottery?
There's a separate area in the studio that's designated to mosaics, and it's a good option. It doesn't need fired.
Okay.
It's just sort of a takeaway project. So it's good for, at holiday time, you always get the last minute people that are
Okay.
coming in. And
Yeah.
the pottery, like I said, takes a week to get back. The mosaics are awesome because you can just take them with you the same day.
Okay.
Or a lot of people visit downtown Noblesville
And they're not going to be
and
back.
they're not going to be back.
For a while.
So, excuse
Okay.
me, that's a great option for them. But if you haven't done a mosaic before, yeah, it's just, we have lots of picture frames, we have plaques, we have clocks,
Okay.
mirrors. Right now, I think we have some trivets and lazy Susans and stuff like that. So you just put the tiles on the piece and then glue them down, and then you do have a second step at home, which is the
Okay.
grouting, but we send you with the grout, and it's very
Get
easy
that
to
done.
do. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Because I hadn't seen that until I was looking at the website.
Yeah,
I wonder what
actually.
that is.
Yeah,
So
it's a good, easy project, and it's good for all ages as well. Kids, adults,
Okay.
all like it. So it's just a good project for everybody.
Very good. I want to look and make sure I wasn't. Did we miss anything? Did we talk about anything special for your 10-year anniversary in Noblesville? You have any big plans?
Well, we did. We already did it.
You already did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
I know. We
Oops.
passed out $10 gift certificates to everybody who came in that could bring it back to
Okay.
the end of the year.
Okay.
So they were very popular and went very well.
Yeah.
And it was so good to celebrate with, some of the people who have been coming in for
For a
10
long
years.
time.
I mean, kids
Good.
that walked in and they were this big are
Mhm.
now like driving there themselves.
Right.
So
Isn't that
it was
crazy?
sort of crazy,
That
and it
is
was
crazy.
great to celebrate with all my, regular customers.
Right.
And it's fun.
Well, I'm glad that you're here in Noblesville and that you have, give this opportunity for creativity. So
Wow,
even
yeah,
though some of us
thanks.
might not be, I think I'll have to stop in and do something. So.
Yeah, you will. It is. It is
Awesome.
fun for everybody. So
Okay, and then so we know to find you on the square, we can
Mhm.
walk in, kilncreations.net, correct,
Yep,
is your
correct.
website,
Yep.
so can find you there, and I think we also have it up there on the screen, so, I
What's your
appreciate.
what's your phone number?
Phone number, is
Mm-hmm.
317-774-8982.
Yeah.
Can find, actually, Shannon, you might not be there quite as much, but you have a lot of help there too,
I
right?
do. I have some great employees. Yep. But if I'm not there, they'd be happy to help you.
But closed
get started.
Monday, but then otherwise Tuesday through Saturday, correct?
Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday
Yep.
through Sunday, so.
So, yep, and our hours are on our website. We're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, Pinterest, all that good
All
stuff.
right.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'll be back with Kurt.